Hello friends, welcome back to Theme Park Guy Productions. We're here back at a new park, one that I've never visited before. Today we're here at the wonderful Knott's Berry Farm. This is America's first original theme park.
I'm going Sunday.
But yeah, so we're here today at Knott's Berry Farm. New park, really looking forward to this, but what I'm not looking forward to is this line right here. Take a look at this. So I can tell, I'm not sure if this is just like opening rush or not, but it looks insanely slammed over here. We were here on a Friday, and I've heard that Fridays are busy, but they're not as bad as they are on Saturdays. So I can't even imagine what the park is like on a Saturday. There goes Silver Bowl right here. It looks really fun. It's a pretty good B&M invert. And then I got Ghost Rider right here. I am so excited to get on. People say it's one of the best wooden coasters of all time. Some people prefer it over like rides like El Toro, so yeah, looking forward to this one. But yeah, we'll keep in tune with you guys once we get past security because this is nuts. Made it into the main queue, and honestly, it's actually moving pretty fast, unless it's just like a big movement. Yeah, not exactly sure what's going on. I can't tell if people are stopping or not, but this is a lot similar to the security process over at Universal Orlando, where it's just like one giant line, especially on busier days. So yeah, but again, I can't tell what's going on. Like, never been to this park before. It looks insanely crowded. Just gonna have to do our best to get on all the coasters. Which this park does have only 8 major coasters, so it's not a lot. Like, it's a good amount, but not over the top. Nothing like Six Flags Magic Mountain, where they have like 20 coasters. It's say hi to Theme Park Guy Productions on YouTube. But yeah, now we stop for a bit. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun day though. I'm excited to be here. What I'm most looking forward to today is Ghost Rider. It is a CCI wooden coaster, but GCI came in to retrack the whole thing in 2016, and so it's apparently like insanely good now. And there's also Accelerator I'm looking forward to, one of the last remaining hydraulic launch coasters. We got Hang Time, which will be my first ever Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. I've done the Eurofighters, or I've done a couple of Eurofighters, but I haven't done something like a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. And they got Silver Bolt, which I showed earlier. It's B&M invert. Yeah, and they've got some other family coasters that look pretty fun as well, so it's gonna be a great day. All right, status update. We are towards the entrance. Yes, we've made it. I realized they are doing a Summer Nights event, just like what SeaWorld and Busch Gardens do over back home. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, that was not bad at all. The line looked crazy, but it moved fast, so great job for the ops at Knott's Berry Farm. Just made it into the park, Knott's Berry Farm. And great news for today is we did get fast lanes, so we should be golden. But yeah, no, that was not bad at all. The security team members over at the front were doing a fantastic job of pushing people through the line. So great job on Knott's Berry Farm, especially considering like how crazy the parking was. So the parking situation is not like your typical amusement park where it's like one big giant parking lot. Knott's has multiple lots, so they got one like right by Ghost Rider. They got one over by Accelerator in the back of the park. There's parking lots all over the place. Like, it's insane. But we're here, and this section is quite historic. And yeah, this place has a lot of history. They think this is, like I said, this is America's first ever amusement park, and this place has a lot of charm. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think this was the first park that had like a Western theme. But yeah, right over here at Ghost Rider. So honestly, might as well start with the star attraction. So we almost went to the wrong entrance. We went through standby, but Fast Lane is actually over towards the exit for the ride. And even Fast Lane has a decent queue. I'm not sure if all the Fast Lanes at Knott's Berry Farm are like this, but I mean, this is for the most popular ride in the park. It shouldn't be that bad, but the fun thing with Ghost Rider is that, I mentioned this before, but Custom Coasters International built the original coaster back in 1998. And then it got really rough, and so GCI came in and retracked the whole thing in 2016. So it apparently runs really smooth, and it's universally loved by the GP. The GP love this, the enthusiasts love it. I see a lot of people have this as their #1, so I'm really looking forward to a ride on the Ghost Rider. right, guys, just got off of Ghost Rider. Yeah, I got the front row, and that is seriously the real deal. That ride is incredible. The airtime is amazing. I love how smooth it was. That might just be the smoothest wind coaster I've experienced. Between that or Mystic Timbers, they're really close. But the best part were the laterals. Like, the laterals are insane on that thing. Like, there's a final helix, or right before the big or the final brake run, I thought the thing was gonna fall apart. Man, that one of the best wind coasters I've experienced. Right now, unless you ride later, I think I still prefer El Toro from Six Flags Great Adventure, but that's the real deal. All right, so we're still remaining in Ghost Town, but we're gonna go ahead and ride Silver Bullet next, a B&M inverted coaster. This one's, B&M invert. This one opened up in 2004. And this one is, I've heard, is not as intense as a lot of the other inverted coasters. This one's more comparable to something like Great Bear or Hershey Park, as I know a lot of people say. But what I like about this coaster is like how it's like over the water and stuff. Like that part's cool. Yeah, here it goes right there, Silver Bullet. Oh, it does not look like there's much of a line because, yeah, Ghost Rider's line for standby at least was nuts. There it goes right there. This is technically a newer B&M invert, which is weird. Like a lot of the inverted coasters that open from like the 90s. But there goes Silver Bullet. I know the entrance is over here somewhere for the coaster. But yeah, no, this one looks pretty good. Really looking forward to get on Silver Bullet. Just got off of Silver Bullet, B&M inverted coaster, and that was pretty solid. Very solid coaster. One thing I liked is how smooth the ride is. I liked how it goes over the water. Really cool. Not something you don't see a lot on B&M inverted coasters. And the final helix, that was probably my favorite part of the ride. That surprisingly pulled some pretty good G-forces. So yeah, very impressed with Silver Bullet. The coaster I would compare it most to though is Great Bear from Hershey Park, which I haven't rode since 2018, but I still remember my ride pretty well. But yeah, no, Silver Bullet, pretty solid invert. Next coaster for today is gonna be the Pony Express. The fast lane line definitely is quite long for this one. I do believe this is one of the more popular attractions in the park. The wait time currently is 45 minutes right now, which is not too bad, but I'm surprised this one's on 2 trains. I thought this was just 1 train. But this one looks pretty cool though. This one's very comparable to like Tron at Magic Kingdom, just shorter. I got another front row ride for this one. This one came out 2008, so this one should be running pretty well, I feel like. But yeah, I think this one might also have a hydraulic launch. I'll have to look it up after the ride or whenever I get back to a hotel, whatever. But it looks pretty good. I'll talk to you guys once we get off Pony Express. All right, guys, just got off of Pony Express. It's a I can't tell if it's a Zampella or if it's a Gerstlauer motorbike coaster. It's one of the 2 manufacturers that built this. I think it was Gerstlauer. It's so tough, I can't decide who built this, but yeah, overall this coaster was pretty good. Not bad. The launch had a surprising kick to it, and for the rest of the ride though, it's kind of short, but it had some fun little twists and turns. But it's what I would compare this coaster to. It's like a mini version of Tron over at Magic Kingdom. Like very fun launch, but kind of short. This is cool right here. So you can literally like, I guess when a raft comes, this is for the raft or the rapids rides at Knott's. You just, I guess you pull it up and then you just press it and look, water explodes. There's nobody on this one. All right, now we're back and we just watched a mega show. It was Brad Ross, fantastic, amazing magic tricks. I didn't film it because it was really dark in there. Oh wait, there's a dark ride. Knott's Fairy Tales, Return to the Fair. Forgot this ride existed. Yeah, we should totally do this. Yeah, it's like a shooting ride. We should totally do this. Yeah, this one's pretty popular. But yeah, no. I think the next coaster though is gonna be Hang Time. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. There's a lot of kids here. There's like all over the place, so it's kind of hard to navigate around. But yeah, no, this overall, this has been a great day here at Knott's. Just did the Knott's Fairy Tales attraction. My sister won. Yeah, I got 105,000 though, not too bad. The storyline though was a little interesting, not gonna lie. But the blasters themselves, it's a lot like Toy Story Mania over back on the Hollywood studios, or they even have it at California Adventure. They have a Toy Story Mania. But yeah, it made me think of something like that, but just on a grander scale. Although I definitely think I prefer Toy Story Mania over this ride, but not bad. We're gonna go ahead and ride one more roller coaster for lunch, and we're gonna do Hang Time. This is a Gerstlauer Infinity roller coaster. Never been on one of these before. It's almost comparable to something like a Eurofighter, but I think it's more modern. I do know at night this does have one of the greatest lighting packages ever. So this coaster, it's got a vertical lift hill, so it's like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I know it's closing, rest in peace. And you hang there for a bit, and then you go down a beyond vertical drop, and then you do all this craziness, inversions, and all that stuff. So it's like a combo of Fahrenheit and Rip Ride Rocket, or maybe even Daredevil Dive from Six Flags over Georgia. Looks really fun though. Excited to get some Hang Time. Let's do this. It's got a surf theme, just like Pipeline the surf coaster. All right, guys, just got off of Hang Time, the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, and this is a crazy opinion. That has to be one of the most underrated roller coasters I think I've ever experienced. Like, that is fantastic. Like, the vertical lift hill is great. It was so funny because I was singing Rainbow Connection in honor of Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket closing, Rip Ride Rocket. But the hang though, like that was better than any V&M dive coaster that hangs you right before you drop. The Beyond Vertical drop's fantastic. The inversions were really good, really smooth. And overall, just a really fun coaster. I absolutely love Hang Time. Like definitely one of the best rides of the day so far. Next ride is gonna be Coast Rider. And people tell me this is one of the worst wall mouses ever. Like it is apparently really brutal, janky, rough. Not something that is a very pleasant experience. So not looking forward to this one, but again, still gotta get the credit, so we gotta do it. Just got off of Coast Rider, the I think it's a Mauer Wild Mouse. And overall, ride itself, not too rough actually. Like it's not the roughness that sucks, it's the restraints that are horrible. So essentially it's a lap bar, which not bad, But then you got this shin guard that's like holding your shins. It was so tight, and it just staying like that for 5 minutes was brutal. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and get on Accelerator. The Accelerator is an intimate hydraulic launch coaster. This one I think was the first one to be built in America. And yeah, this ride looks wild. Like, this thing looks amazing. And I heard the launch is super intense. It's very comparable to Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. So yeah, looking forward to this ride. All right, guys, you gotta watch this hydraulic launch right here. Not many of these exist anymore, but this is what happens. So the train, it's gonna roll back for a little bit. You're gonna watch. And the fins go and just watch. Yeah, that is nuts. I have experienced hydraulic launches before. They have one at Hershey Park Storm Runner that's absolutely insane. But I heard this launch is ridiculous. So looking forward to it. I will let you guys know what we think of the ride once we get off. All right, guys, just got off of Accelerator, and yeah, that launch is the real deal. That is no joke. Like, the launch, it's so punchy, so intense. That might be one of the best launches I've ever experienced. And the top half is so cool. Then you go through 2 turns. The rest of the ride is, though, it's good, but that first launch is just so good that, yeah, it's definitely one of the best coasters of the day so far. Might be my 3rd or 2nd. I still think Ghost Rider is the best, but this one's pretty good. It's going down right there. It felt good to ride a hydraulic launch coaster because Kingdom Cause. Phoenix. I was like Phoenix Rising. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's so good to ride a hydraulic launch because again, Dragster's been changed to Top Thrill 2. Kingdom Cause gone. Storm Runner still exists, but there's rumors of this one going away. Just glad I rode it. That's all that matters. They got a whole presentation going on over here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, overall, definitely Ghost Town is probably one of the best themed sections I think I've seen in any park. We also had a lunch over at the Ghost Town Grill, and that was pretty fantastic. Really good food, and overall, just great experience. Okay, now we are in Planet Stoopy, and our next ride is gonna be the Sierra Sidewinder. This is a spinning coaster, and apparently, a lot of people say this one is quite underrated. So, I gotta go through fast lane, because I got the fast lane, and I find it hilarious that this one's at Camp Snoopy of all places because a lot of people say this ride is pretty intense. So I'm excited. I'm excited to compare this one to the rides like Cobra's Curse at Busch Gardens Tampa. Don't think it'll beat Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. Like so far, like no spinning coasters ever top Guardians as of right now. I still have yet to do like Time Traveler over at Silver Dollar City, but this one looks pretty fun. This one opened back in 2007. I'll let you guys know what I think of Sierra Sidewinder once we get off. Just got off of Sierra Sidewinder, the spinning coaster. I think it's built by Zamperla or Gerstlauer, I can't remember, but pretty good spinning coaster. I will say the layout was definitely pretty unexpected. Like it was a lot more intense than I expected, especially considering that this is in Camp Snoopy, which is pretty cool. When it comes to spinning coasters though, like the free spinners, I definitely would take Cobra's Curse over at Busch Gardens Tampa due to the theming, but layout-wise, not bad. Now there's something I do want to talk about here. Do you guys see this loop right here? So there's a coaster that used to operate at Knott's Berry Farm called Monzumas Revenge. There's a Schwarzkopf shuttle loop coaster. You go over a launch through a loop and then you would go backwards or something like that. It was a shuttle coaster. It was pretty good, very rare. Not many parks have those coasters anymore. However, Knott's Berry Farm did start a refurbishment on the ride in 2022, but they still haven't brought it back. So At least that's the only missed coaster credit, but still doesn't really count. They have added the loop back, but they still haven't added like the spikes and stuff like that. If you guys can see, like the loops there, but again, like the spikes, they just haven't added track. There was some scaffolding earlier this year. This kind of refurbishment work or closure is kind of similar. It's making me think of what's been going on with Kumba at Busch Gardens Tampa. Praying Kumba opens. Please, Kumba, just reopen. But yeah, no, pretty interesting seeing a closed coaster that's under refurbishment. Also, what the heck is this? Is this like Tom Sawyer Island? Which is now gone at Magic Kingdom. Oh my gosh, what is this? You know, they saw Tom Sawyer at Disneyland. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So it's like a little cave area. Oh my gosh, Dad. That's crazy. Oh, and look, there's the station for Monzumas Revenge. Yeah, nothing going on over here. Hopefully they open it up pretty soon, or hopefully do refurbishment, but yeah, pretty fascinating with what's going on over at Monzumas Revenge. What they were going to do was add Premier Rides trains as well with the comfort cars, if I'm not mistaken. But I think one of the trickiest things is with Monzumas Revenge's work is that Schwarzkopf doesn't exist anymore as a manufacturer. Like, that manufacturer has retired and they're no longer existing or making roller coasters. But I mean, we've seen a lot of these Schwarzkopf coasters close, like Scorpion just closed last year at Busch Gardens Tampa. It's just stuff like that. It's just like, wow, yeah, these Schwarzkopf coasters are kind of a dying breed. Made it over to the Jaguar. Like I mentioned, this one's more family based. This one's kind of like, it makes me think of the Shamu Express over at SeaWorld in a way. We got those long trains. Yeah, no, this one looks pretty decent though. But here's the entrance. I like the look of this one right here. Let's go ahead and get in line. Just got off of the Jaguar. I've gotten all coaster credits today, so success for today on the coaster credits. But on Jaguar, honestly, this ride was kind of fun. Definitely is tamer, but I liked some of the straight sections and it felt adventurous. It made me think of the Mine Train from Great Adventure. Really liked it. And the only thing I didn't like, the trains were way too tight. It's like riding Shamu Express at SeaWorld. But yeah, no. Not a bad little coaster. Up here we got live performance. Pretty fun. Next ride is going to be the SNS Drop Towers, the Supreme Screen. And wait time is only 30, which isn't too bad actually. So again, going through fast lane. Yeah, I will say on a really busy day today at Knott, the fast lane really came in clutch. So yeah. But here we are. It's like 3 pairs of drop towers. And this one looks like the one at Islands of Adventure at Dr. Doom's Fearfall. just did Supreme Scream, the SNS Scream and Drop Tower. Not bad, not bad. It was definitely took me a lot higher than what I would have expected. But you know, the drops were fun. I didn't expect it when it occurred. It's like from our view, we could see downtown Los Angeles, which was nice. So I was taking in the view, and it just drops. I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, pretty fun. Really, really good. But now we're gonna go ahead and ride the observation tower over here. They have one of these over at SeaWorld Orlando back home. So let's ride another observation tower. I've done one here and Carowinds. No, sorry, SeaWorld and Carowinds. All right, here we are on the Skyride observation tower. There's nighttime over there, and you got Ghost Rider over in the distance going. There's Summer Bullet going right there, and all the way down the distance, that's Disneyland. You got to see a vlog from there in a few days. Pretty awesome. And then Supreme Scream, and then you got Accelerator. Oh, it's going right there. No way, the ride's going. Yeah, no, Accelerator was fantastic. That ride was awesome. It's a shorter ride, but man, that launch is insane. Yeah, pretty beautiful view from here. You can see downtown Los Angeles. All the way down there. All right, the observation tower is good, but now we're gonna go ahead and ride the Timber Mountain Log Ride. Not sure how stoked we're gonna get on this, but oh man, but this one's an absolute classic apparently. I have no idea what to expect because I haven't seen a POV of this ride, so yeah, this one's gonna be pretty fun. Just got off of the Timber Mountain Log Ride, and that was honestly a big surprise. Like, that was a lot of fun, and there wasn't much like a story. Like, there was like animatronics and stuff like that, but it felt so old school, but also the theming is fantastic, and didn't get too soaked. So yeah, pretty underrated log flume, honestly. Definitely one of the better log flumes that I've experienced at a park. Log flume is so much fun, but we still got to ride the Calico Mine ride. I think it's the last major ride that we're going to be doing that we really need to do. And Pokemon! Also, My Chemical Romance is performing on Sunday. Pokeball! But yeah, no, this one apparently is the inspiration behind Big Thunder Mountain from the Disney parks. So this ride is pretty historic. You best remove them, cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. They said you can film, so got the camera on for this one. Wow. Howdy, it's dark in here. Wow.
Don't look too close to that string's blowing and bubbling from these here devils paint right now. One blast of boiling hot bottle burn the whiskers right off of your face.
Oh, whoa, that was so cool. That's wild.
The mine, you can't beat one of those flying contraptions up ahead. Pretty safe, too. Here's a precious sight to these old miners' eyes. Yes, sir, the Calico glory holes made a lot of dusty old prospectors into millionaires, I tell you.
Wow, that's beautiful.
This here underground lake's one of hundreds found all throughout these winding caves.
That was like a little story.
That fellow over there is panning for gold from a sluice, and that other fellow's panning for dinner.
Y'all can't be too careful in this here mine, folks. Remember, one stray spark will all get blasted.
It's like a lift hill. Oh man, this is so crazy. Oh, it's all the basses. Probably inspired the bass scene from Big Thunder Mountain. Okay, this Central is still going. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I thought it was going to fall apart for a sec. This is the inspiration behind the caverns here.
Where's that lantern?
Some guy says
Hey,
the best
driver,
car right here.
let's have a little light, huh?
Oh, wow. This is really nice, guys. Oh my gosh.
This is the very upper reaches of the glory hole. We've got more than 80 million dollars worth of pure gold.
Great view of Knott's Berry Farm from the outside.
They usually don't venture out onto the special without anything heavier than my
Very nice view of the park.
Looks like there's some serious work underway up ahead. I'd say we're blasted right into the heart of this here mountain. Say, leave some of that dynamite to me. Let her rip, boys!
Stop that train! I've set the charges! It's too late! They're ready to blow!
Oh man. It's all blowing up, guys. And we made it. Not a bad little ride, actually. That was quite nice. Okay, so just did the Calico Mine ride. You guys saw that, and overall, not bad. It made me think a lot of Blazing Fury at Dollywood, which I rode like 6 years ago. Overall, pretty good. It told a story which I did not expect. I was thinking it was just gonna be like a leisure ride through some mines and stuff, but no, it was more than that. Overall, really liked it. All right, after a little bit of time, went ahead, got some merch, and I did some re-rides. I did a re-ride on Hang Time, Accelerator, and I got a back row ride on Ghost Rider right over here. And in the back row, that is a life-changing experience. Like, it was amazing in the front row earlier this morning, but in the back row, the laterals were insane. The airtime is so much stronger. Like, that is the true Ghost Rider experience, and I can safely say that is now my new favorite wooden coaster. Like, it's that good. Like, there's just so much about Ghost Rider that I can go into about how incredible of a ride it is. Like, it's so amazing. And here's one final view of Ghost Rider over here as we are now heading out as we say goodbye to an amazing day here at Knott's Berry Farm. But overall, I just gotta say, I was very impressed by Knott's Berry Farm. I know this park does get a lot of crap for having slower dispatches, which yeah, that is true, but I'm so used to Busch Gardens Tampa, which has slower dispatches, so like, this didn't feel much different. Like, yeah, some of the lines were a little slower, but we did have the fast lane, so that definitely helped. So I recommend, if you do go to Knott's Berry Farm and on a busier day, I would recommend buying the fast lane. It was definitely worth it. And I could safely say, like, the coasters here are amazing. My new favorite wooden coaster, which is going right here with Ghost Rider. Seriously, this ride is incredible. Like, it is so good. Loved Accelerator. Hang Time was so underrated. Sidewinder was also a surprise. Silver Bullet, pretty good B&M invert. And overall, just a lot of great attractions here. And I just love the nostalgia of this park. This park really has nostalgia. It has charm. It made me think of Dollywood in a way, just not as good. But that will conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more videos in the future if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to check out Theme Park Guy Productions as well, and also social media platforms. Linktree will be in the description below. See you guys next time, and as always, you're clear for dispatch.